Ladies and gentlemen, today is Friday, the 30th of October. Or actually, probably at the time you get this, it might be Saturday, the 31st of October. But anyway, Mojang has released another snapshot for Minecraft 1.9. This one is called 15w44b. The snapshots we get on Fridays are usually bug fix snapshots, but this one actually contains a fair number of important updates and new features. My name is slicedlime. Welcome to this rundown of all the changes for 15w44b. First though, let's talk about two things I missed mentioning for the previous snapshot 15w44a. Those things are of course still in effect in this snapshot. The first and very important one is that the crafting recipe for notch apples has been removed from the game. Notch apples still exist in survival, but they can now only be found as loot in dungeons. The second change that went unnoticed in 15w44a until after I'd made my video is the fact that if you have a full cauldron, you can now fill a bucket using that water. Now let's get on to the changes that are in 15w44b. There are a number of adjustments to the loot table format, and I'm not going to go into the detail of that, but I'll leave a link to a page with details on it in the video description if you're interested. There's also been some minor adjustments to the loot itself, but the most important addition is the addition of a luck mechanic. Luck is now an attribute, and it affects what quality of loot you get from anything with a loot table. There's a new tag that you can use in the loot table called quality. It modifies the drop chance based on the player's luck attribute. There's also now a way in the game to affect what luck you have. There's two effects called luck and unluck, which is displayed as bad luck. These effects both have potions, so you can have a potion of luck. It doesn't appear to have a crafting recipe at this point though, so there's no way of brewing one, but it does exist in the game. While on the subject of potions, potion-tipped arrows have been changed in two ways. There's no longer a potion-tipped arrow entity. The arrow entity itself has a potion tag and a custom potion effects tag, which means that any arrow can now have a potion effect, even a custom one. The second very important change is that they are now obtainable in survival, however they are not craftable. The way to get them is to have a lingering potion on the ground and shoot arrows into or through it. You can then pick them up and they have turned into potion-tipped arrows. That makes them fairly expensive, but obtainable in survival. Two of the new Minecraft 1.9 blocks have now been given crafting recipes. The first one is the end rod. It is created with a blaze rod above a popped chorus fruit. The second is that ender crystals no longer drop from skeletal horses. They are now craftable as well. They consist of a frame of glass with an eye of ender in the middle and a ghast tear underneath it. Quite poetic, with an eye with a tear underneath. One final mechanic change in this snapshot before we head on into the bug fixes, and that is actually now implemented into the game, something that I have previously made as a command block system, which is that if you drop onto hay bales, you take less fall damage, which is pretty cool. Now there's also a whole load of bugs fixed for this snapshot, so let's go through them. There's again another fix for something that was claimed to be fixed in the previous snapshot, which is that you could override stack size limits by using the hotkeys. There's also a number of rendering and texture related fixes to hoppers and buttons, but instead now there are a number of new texture glitches among those stairs and fences. Same as with last time, there was a claim fix for hoppers being able to put multiple buckets into a furnace, and then you could lose said buckets if you smelted a wet sponge. That has now apparently been properly fixed in this snapshot. There are a number of fixes to the Ender Dragon fight. Some worlds you could not respawn the dragon at all, because the exit portal had been generated in a previous version of Minecraft. If you logged out in the middle of the spawn sequence, it would freeze, and you would get stuck like that. In 15w44b, this behavior is different, but it still occurs. Finally, the spawning sequence would actually forget to remove one of the ender crystals involved sometimes. If you shot a fire charge out of a dispenser, it actually turned into a dragon's fireball rather than a normal fireball. That has now been fixed. There was a number of problems fixed with riding objects. Like riding horses and pigs were broken, and you couldn't control a minecart by pressing forward or backwards. Those have both been fixed. They've also fixed the fact that shulkers, who obviously do not have any feet, still played the footsteps sound when moving about. And finally, they have fixed the bug introduced in the previous snapshot that came out this Wednesday, which is that if you used an anvil to do just about anything, the items you put in would disappear instead of popping into your inventory. So those are some pretty interesting additions and bug fixes. Supposedly these are now the final features coming in to Minecraft 1.9, and from here we'll see more bug fix and performance snapshots as Mojang gets ready to release Minecraft 1.9. Remember that this is an experimental version of Minecraft. If you want to try it, then do so on a backup of your world or in a separate test world. To get it, go into your Minecraft launcher, create a new profile and select Enable Experimental Development Versions Snapshots. Then save and start the game using that profile, and you will be playing the latest snapshot version, which is currently this one, Minecraft 15w44b. If you want to know more about what's come before in the development of Minecraft 1.9, then check out my Minecraft News playlist. It's on top of the screen right now. That contains one update video for each snapshot released for Minecraft 1.9 this far, and obviously if you want to stay up to date, then feel free to subscribe to the channel. My name is slicedlime, I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please help me out and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.